Hi everyone, it's Debbie Dim here, and I of Angel by the Minute, and I'm your spiritual advisor, Reiki master, teacher, and I'd love to share with you today how I became a channel for the Ascended Masters. So I learned Reiki many years ago, like 30 years ago. I became a Reiki master, and I used to go to a group share. So where a bunch of people get together and share Reiki with each other, and we give everybody a treatment. And you might have 3 or 4 people giving you Reiki all at the same time. So it doesn't take as long, and it's a really good experience. And we all grew from that because we had a group for 7 years. So during that time, I went to a spiritualist camp with some friends from my spiritualist church. And I saw a statue of Kuan Yin. And she's the person behind me here in this wall hanging. So I didn't know who she was at the time because this was a long time ago. I didn't know who she was or anything about her really. But I saw this beautiful statue of her, and I asked one of the ministers that were there, "Who is this person?" And they said, "She's the goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin, from the Buddhist tradition." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." So I'd been reading the Dalai Lama's book about compassion, and I said, I'd like to know more about that. So I said, "Kuan Yin, would you please be one of my guides?" And then I just went on with my day, and I didn't think much about it for a while. And then about a year after that, I was at a concert of Tibetan monks. And if you've ever heard Tibetan monks chant, it's an amazing sound they make, and it raises your vibration. Just the sound of them throat singing and chanting and playing their horns, and it's just a really amazing experience. So I was at the concert, and I could feel myself starting to vibrate, and I could feel my vibration actually getting higher. And at the intermission, the people who were sitting next to me didn't come back. But I felt a presence next to me. And I said, "Who is this?" And Kuan Yin said, "It's me, Kuan Yin. I'm going to be your guide, as you asked." And I was like, "Oh my goodness." And I started to cry. And ever since that day, she's been with me, helping me, and she helps me help other people. She helps me with healing. She gives healing tones for people to clear their chakras, to give them healing energy. So I started channeling her. And she wasn't the first person I channeled. I actually channeled Pierre Chardin before her. But she's my main Ascended Master that I channel. And I've also channeled like Abraham Lincoln before and a few other people. But mostly I try to stick to the higher vibrational people that are Ascended Masters. Like I work with Saint Germain, I work with Kuthumi, I've heard from Goddess Pele and Goddess Sekhmet at different times. So it really depends on who I'm giving a reading for, who I'm speaking to, or what the topic is, which Ascended Master comes through. Because they all have their own specialty. But don't think this just came all of a sudden just because I asked. Although I do recommend asking for the Ascended Master that you feel drawn to come and be your guide. That's a really good step to take. But I also spent many years in meditating very regularly, almost every day, and trying to do things to improve my vibration. Like I haven't gone to bars in years. I stay out of places that have low vibration energy as much as possible. I'm not the best with my diet to eat things that I should, but I do try to do the best I can with that. So There's a lot of things you can do. I listen to really high vibrational music. Music is really important. You can listen to the binaural beats, or the tuning forks, crystal bowls, Tibetan monks chanting, any kind of spiritual chanting, or that are positive, of course, are really good to help raise your vibration. Keeping your energy body clean, smudging, taking salt baths, that kind of stuff is all really important. So I had many years of doing that before I was able to channel. But if it means something to you, if it's something you want to pursue, it's also not as hard as people might think it is. It's just a matter of intention and being open and sincere and having the highest intention for the messages you receive. All right, so if you want to get a reading that's channeled from the Ascended Masters, or if you have a group that might be interested in hearing their wisdom, please contact me, angelbytheminute.com, and you can call me 808-856-1962. Thanks. Have a great day.